So then we are back with the more understandings from the time of the Second Tabernacle services that we find in the Aramaic English translation of the word. This translation comes from the original manuscripts of the prophets of the Israelic lineage. So then we can understand the time of the end, period Shiahu the prophet. Then we find ourselves during the time of the restoration. And also very valid understanding the nations' relations and the kingdoms at this time of the end as per instructions. So then, during this time where we find our own nation, United States, going through lots of changes, it is valid then pointing the proper direction as far as freighting, because the Messiah in the future, he said in the freighters of the earth, he is making a relation of then leadership and freight. So USPS is going through a lots of changes lately, and they are going through a lots of problems in their system, because there is not enough then income coming. So then it is very imperative understanding the fact of freight and then volume and taxation. If any other agency of our country does not know any directive or does not have any direction, USPS should be then the first leading, because they are related with freight. And freighting and taxation must be simultaneously placed in the same system. So let's evaluate then the understanding of these, so then proper measures and adjustments then can be made as far as taxation and freighting. Freighting obviously must be then every time you find then a label being printed, then taxation then being charged. These can be a bit troublesome for some people, because depending upon what system they are using, depending upon what they are transporting or they are sending, then must be evaluated. But as far as we understand, it must have a relation with a price and taxation every time a label is printed. So then let's say, for instance, you find the price of an item in the store at certain price. Then you have then this is a gift for somebody else. You think you should only charge for the price of the label. That's when then our system must be upgraded. Because the system then must be, and then you find in a very near future where then the new system becomes available, and it is then directly related with freighting, where then not only gifts but then regular packages from places where they are going to have to then get these products resold then must be taxed. So then, if people are sending packages and the products paid for, must have yet a combination of freighting and packages. Thus then the government must come up with a plan and then combining whatsoever a person is sending, either if it's a gift or then if they are sending products purchased elsewhere and then turning around and having the products resold. The government's got a homework to do, because they must establish a way of doing this, because prepares for the future. At the moment there is a mixture, but the government must go through and do what they should be doing, taxation via freighting. So then USPS can maintain itself on trade, because the other companies, they are much more advanced in their labeling system and their own systems. Some of the companies, for instance, are paid for. It's kind of incredible. USPS is having sometimes the best prices in the market. It doesn't pay itself. It shows you then the failure of the government of maintaining its own systems. So then they must do what they try not to do. work.